Hi, this is Aminata and this is
Nasim.
And so we are back. Before we get started, I have a few things to talk about. How's the studying going?
Studying's going pretty well. Got a test this Saturday, and I'm looking forward to. So I'm psyched up for that.
Okay, so we're still studying, getting closer. Two things I want to talk about. First of all, you had homecoming.
Yeah, we had homecoming, I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Something like that. I didn't go, unfortunately, because my friends weren't going, and so I was like, I'm not finna go. My friends are not going because I want to go with my friends. I want to go with my guys. So, well, we just talked about, are we going to go to prom? They just don't want to go to homecoming. So I heard about it. I mean, it's kind of what everybody expected. There was a lot of people. Music was whack. And, half of the people left, I think, halfway through, so that was pretty well. But there was a lot of people, so a lot of people didn't know. So overall, I think it was positive.
For the people who went.
Yeah.
But you did not go. I felt he should have gone, senior year, but whatever. But you all had like an after party.
Well, we had the whole thing planned because it was my friend's birthday that week.
Okay.
So we was with him. And
then,
we did our thing that day. And then we had something planned before that. And then, so we was doing stuff the whole day. It was the day after the game. And then after that, we went to the after party. And after the after party, we went somewhere where we chilled and spent the night. So we had an eventful night. We just didn't go.
You had an eventful night.
We just didn't go to homecoming.
I will never know the details. Maybe that's a good thing. But homecoming was eventful.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
Fun and safe and sound.
Fun, safe, and sound. Okay, I'll take your word for that.
Yeah.
And you did do, as far as homecoming. So there's a tradition in the States. Every year is homecoming, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people come back to the school, they come home. So big to do. They have a parade. You were in the parade.
Yeah.
I stood on the wrong side of the street, so I was trying to shoot him, and he was like on this truck. He was on the other side, but I did see the football team come by, and there was a lot of people in the parade. Yeah,
no,
whole town comes out.
You have basically all the whole town organizations and so all the schools and all the bands and all the clubs and all the stuff in the town. Really, it's just basically to represent Edgewood.
Yeah. So that was fun. So you participated. How was the game? How was the homecoming game, the football game?
Homecoming game was great. Probably the best game that I've had this season and that I've ever had, period. Really. I mean, I don't know what it was. Like I already said, we played Alton High School, which is like 25 minutes away. And every year we played them, I would always have a good game for some certain reason. I don't know what it was, but I always had a good game playing them. Like my sophomore year was my biggest game. My last year, my junior year was my biggest game, but this game it just was right. Made a lot of plays, had really good stats, and it was just a fun game overall. A lot of people there for homecoming, the whole stand, student section was
so
packed.
You do good in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, it was fun.
Which is a nice segue to this game that you had this past Friday.
Yeah, this past Friday was not fun at all.
They lost.
Yeah.
And they didn't just lose.
Got blowed out.
What? Say that again.
It was 0 to 58.
0 to 58. Ouch.
My number.
Yeah. So you lost big time. You still played well, considering.
I did play well, but still lost. 0 to 58.
So, okay. And we had a conversation with his friend in the car, actually, about this because, you all lost big time, but you've had 2 or 3 games in a row where you all won big time. So, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you all took this hard. So help me explain.
I mean, the wins before doesn't matter. You lost bad. It doesn't help. It doesn't help any. I mean, we played East St. Louis. We play East St. Louis every year. We lose to them almost every year. But it's always one of our biggest games because They're the best they're the best team in the conference, and normally we're the best team, the other second best team in the conference. So, East St. Louis's team to beat, and we don't because East St. Louis is known as bullies. That's how they play. They play physical, they play fast, they play hard, they're talented, all black people, talented, they hit hard.
And big. They look like middle schoolers compared to them. I'm sorry, I had to say.
I didn't look like a middle schooler compared to them. I looked like one of them. I didn't look like no middle schooler. My peoples look like middle schoolers.
Okay.
My peoples.
No comment.
Yeah, my peoples.
Okay.
But it's not just, it was big and it was fun. I love playing them because I'm a competitor and I want to see where I'm at and how good, because don't get it wrong, I love having easy games where I can just, mess the dude up in front of me and I really don't have to try and I get a lot of stats, whatever. But the games is when I know that dude can mess me up in front of me and I really have to work. So I feel like those are the best games. Iron sharpens iron. But no, we just lost bad. Coach said what it was. Coach said what we had to do, play physical, can't come out scared. And it wasn't like we were coming out thinking that we was gonna win or anything, but 0 to 50 is bad. That was bad.
Yeah, and as somebody in the stands, you all started pretty good.
Yes.
And then something shifted and you all looked scared.
Yes.
And you all looked intimidated.
Yes.
So what happened? Why the switch? Because you all, what happened? Because it looked more like a mental thing.
We came out, fighting, stopped them. Even when they scored the first time, it was a hard drive and we was fighting. Mm-hmm. But I felt like one of the biggest things, our offenses never really got shut out. Couldn't go nowhere. Really didn't do nothing. So
that was
when they got shut out and the defense was going in right after 4 plays and we was tired. But still we had to go against these dudes that, did the same thing. I was tough. After 30 or 38, everybody gave up. Half of the people just gave up, and when we gave up, it got worse. And they kept scoring, so it's
yeah.
What can you do? There's nothing I could have said. There's nothing, that I could have done necessarily different, because I was trying to motivate my guys to keep their head up, but it's if you're not willing to change, what you gotta change, nothing's gonna change on game day. You know what I'm saying? It's practice, it's what we do before and what we have to change on the team, but if that stuff doesn't change, then we're gonna have bad results like this, so.
Okay, and so what kind of lessons do you take from that?
Personally?
Mm-hmm.
A lesson I take is that practice is really where it is at and what you have to do to really be good. You can't just switch it on game day. A big thing. You gotta practice how you play, and that's a big thing. But I've been knew that. I don't think there's nothing new I learned from losing to them this time, but it was just a realization. To my eyes.
Okay. All right. And lastly, about football, these jerseys, that I have to wash. Lord, the white jersey, which is not quite white.
It will never be white again. Never fully white. Some spots will be white. Some spots will have holes in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I think is a testimony of how well and how hard you play, which is a good thing. This Friday is a very special game. Tell us about what makes this a special game.
It's our last regular season game so it's called senior night. Our senior night is when you graduate the seniors and they walk on the field and all that stuff. And you get to walk across with your parents and all that stuff. So, it's the last regular season game I'll ever have with the Tigers. So,
yeah,
it will be memorable.
And we have a special guest that will be here.
Just tomorrow.
And who is that?
Samir.
Yeah.
All right.
So his brother is flying in from California to be here for his last game. So we're very excited about that. All
Yes.
right. Okay. We're looking forward to the last game. And we're looking forward to you getting this test done so you can make your choice as far as which college to go to. All right. Thank you all for listening.